And we're live.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins, and the camera's crooked.
It's fine.
Okay. I'm Sue, also known as CraftyKnitter7. I'd like to welcome any new and returning viewers. It's going to bother me the whole time.
That's okay.
But that's okay. We are Saturday, February 27th. This is episode 148.
Sure.
Yes, I looked at the show notes.
Well, yes. I'm Lynn, also known as Tall Baby. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, our blog at twotangledskeins.com, Ravelry, and Facebook.
And we had more donations after the last episode, so thank you very much for those who donated, because now we can ship things.
Yes. It means we can give stuff away, which is always fun.
Yeah, because everybody knows how much shipping is.
Yeah.
Well,
especially in Canada.
Yeah, from Canada to Canada is really expensive.
Yeah, to Canada from anywhere or from anywhere to Canada is stupidly expensive, and we don't know why.
Even within Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I have no foes.
No, the mighty foes, no foes to show.
I have a hoe, but no foes.
Ho, 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 ho.
Okay, Santa.
Show your hoe, then. Yes, we made it through the week. Wow.
It's the fact that you weren't expecting that.
Yes.
Totally worth it. So my hoe is super pretty and super long and very nice, and it's not for me. This is the rectangular sock test knit that I'm doing for T-Gale Designs, who is our friend Teresa. I finished the first sock this morning, and I decided to make them for my daughter because I knew that the leg wasn't going to fit around my calf. And I was also afraid of not having enough yarn for an entire pair. And it's going to be really close. This sock is 48 grams, 48.4 I think, and I have 49.8 grams left. If I want to start at the same spot and have them matchy-matchy.
So you'll get your 100 grams?
Oh yeah.
Just going to squeak that in there, are you?
Yeah, well no, not if they're both 48 grams, I won't. That doesn't work out to 100 grams.
That's right.
So, I don't care. But I'm very much looking forward to finishing these. I really like the way she does the gusset decreases. I won't tell you how she does that, but it's really neat. And the way she manages to separate the edge of the foot from the pattern on the top of the foot is really cool too. Again,
that's interesting.
I can't tell you how she does it because it's going to be a paid for pattern,
and because it continues all the way.
No.
No.
It stops there.
Oh.
It just goes along the pattern part of the foot. That's different.
Oh, that's okay.
So I can't tell you how she does it.
You'll
have to buy the pattern, which will be released very, very, very soon. She said that if I and another tester finished our first socks, she was going to release the pattern on Monday.
Okay, so it'll count for March.
It'll count for March. So I got my color, my foot, and my designer all in one project.
Which color? Orange or green?
The yellow and the green. March is yellow and green.
Oh, so you get two.
Yeah. So I'm going to get 60 bonus points on this project if she releases it on Monday. As long as it's released before the 1st of March and all the other campers can have access to it, I'm allowed to claim bonus points.
Fair game.
For the designer, I mean. The other points I could claim anyway, but for the designer. Yeah. Since this won't be finished until March at this point, because I'm not going to knit another sock in 3 days.
And why not? You don't need sleep.
Because I'm not crazy pants like Mina.
We love you, Mina.
So anyway, this is the rectangular sock. I really love this pattern. I would like to make it again.
Just shorter?
Just shorter. Because I can't wear socks this long. My calves are too fat.
Mid-calves for your daughter?
They're actually halfway up to her knee.
Nice.
They're long socks on her, because I had her try it on the other night. And I think I'll have to try it on because I think the foot might be a little bit long for her, but I'm supposed to take fancy pictures of the sock tomorrow when she gets home. So, yes. So it is made out of Juliana's fiber, of course. The pink isn't coming up as candy pink as it really is. I've been noticing that I've been having trouble photographing it. It always shows up a little bluer than it is, but it's pretty close. And the colorway is Tulip Festival. So, ready for spring. I knit the large size. It comes in a small and a large. Because the pattern repeat is 16 stitches. So it has to be a multiple of 16. You can't, yeah. So, it comes in a small and a large. I did the large, and it was a really fun knit. And I am looking forward to starting the second one now. And it's done on a 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5. And it takes up the whole sock blocker. Look at that.
Yeah, really. Literally.
So, that's my hoe.
Cool.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I'm going to have jingle bells in my head all morning. Thanks.
That's payback for the hoe.
Do the psycho thing. Yes, I know that just sounded like a squeaky bed spring, but that's okay. So, I do have 2 other projects I'm working on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hose.
I have many hoes.
Of which you won't name.
Anyway. Many gardening implements at my house. What? What did you think I meant by hoes?
Gardening implements?
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
Anyway, I got some work done on my Elven Pixie baby blanket by Tall Gal Knits. I haven't touched this in about... I had to go back 4 episodes to find it in the show notes. Okay. So it's been about a month. Baby hasn't been born yet.
But you're not going to pull a Stephanie.
No, I'm not going to pull a step. Well, first of all, nobody's baby has ever waited for me to finish a blanket before it come out. So I'm not overly concerned. I haven't seen this girl in 3 years. We only talk on Facebook now. So I'm not, she's not expecting this. And she doesn't know I'm making it. So, but anyway, this is where I was last time you saw it. So I haven't done a whole lot, but I took it out again this morning. So it's the Elven Pixie baby blanket, which is a little lace. And I really like the pattern. Sorry, it's very bright outside right now. We have the window open.
Window open and a new light, so we're trying lighting.
It's a very pretty lace pattern. It's very easy. I mark off the width of the pattern repeat, and that way I know I've always got the right numbers. I can know right away if I've made a mistake, because I always have the same number of stitches between the... I have to do that with lace, because otherwise I'll discover a mistake 10 rows back and get really frustrated. So I've always done this with lace, and it's kind of funny because I have to take all the markers out for row 8 and then put them back in. It's a free pattern, so I'm not giving anything away. But
why?
Rows 8 and 16 offset by 1 stitch. There's a double decrease right where the marker is.
Okay.
So I have to take the marker out. I have to take them all out at row 8 and put them all back in at row 9. So I usually dread doing rows 8 and 16. Which is why it hasn't seen a lot of love lately. But I think now that I'm making some progress on other stuff, I will make some better progress on this. So this is out of Schachenmeyer SMC Bravo in colorway 8184 on size 4.5 millimeter needles, which is a US 7. And lives in my lovely little Art by Anna Farm Animals bag, which I love.
Moo.
Yes. I'm not even done the first ball yet, people. Look at this. Not done yet.
How many?
I have 5 balls.
Okay.
Huh.
It's your turn to have balls.
Yep. That's okay. But, I mean, this is all 1 ball, so I'm not worried.
Pretty impressive.
They've got quite a bit of yardage to them.
Because if you count that by 5, it's going to be a nice blanket.
Yes. And I forgot to mention that my socks are living in my Amanda Panda bag, which is Stitch Together 4G, is her Etsy shop. And her podcast is called Stitching You and More.
I sure hope she gets some traffic because we say her name every week.
Me too. Because she's got some awesome bags and some other lovely things in her
Go pay her some love.
Yep. If I could afford it, I would.
Maybe we should get a coupon code. I'll ask her.
Maybe. After camp.
Yep.
The other thing I've been working on this week, and I've been trying desperately to finish chart 1, and I'm almost finished chart 1.
It's so cool.
They're my naughty deer or moose or
I have
whatever
to
you want
make
to
my
call
husband
them.
one of those for Christmas next year.
I would recommend using 2 yarns the same weight.
He wore his fish hat to the grocery store today. He's like, "Can I wear my fish hat?" I'm like, "Well, I made it for you, so I can't really be embarrassed if you wear it in public."
Because you'll notice there is a little bit of bunching. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Between
It was an accident that you did that, right?
Yes, I didn't do it on purpose. I thought I was buying 2 of the same yarn, and I wasn't. The white is Cascade 220 Superwash Aran in color 871, which is white. And the red is Cascade 220 Superwash Worsted in colorway 1921, which is persimmon. So the difference between the worsted and the Aran is significant enough that it is sort of bunching a little bit. And because the yarn weights aren't the same, and I mean, it's not a huge difference, and the person I'm making it for doesn't care.
Okay.
He loves it anyway because of the naughty moose. So it's not that big a deal, but I would prefer to be knitting it out of 2 yarns that were the same weight. So this is the, if you have any children present, just cover their ears. This is the fuck the cold hat.
She says it.
Well, we write it on the screen. So really, that's what it's called. I didn't make it up. The designer chose that name.
There's also mitts named that. So.
Yes, and it's by Knitty or Nice out of Cascade 220. As I said, Superwash Aran and Worsted. It's size 4.5 millimeter needles, which is US 7.
I just love that Knitty or Nice.
Clearly not nice. No. Anyway, that's all I'm working on. That's all that's seen love this week.
Okay.
And for those of you who liked my super neon orange and pink socks,
they are no more.
They're being frogged. The yarn is not playing nicely with the pattern. And quite frankly, it's really scritchy and I'm not having fun with it. So, I am frogging it. I will try the pattern in another type of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm changing the show notes because I put the wrong thing in there.
Okay. Anyway, so that sock will not be seen again. I may make other socks out of that. I don't know. Oh, and this lives in my beautiful bling your string bag with all the alpacas and llamas.
The only way she can have alpacas.
Yep. Did you see Jen's pictures?
Yeah, where is she?
I have no idea, but she's playing with alpacas and
all I know
llamas, and
is
it's so
they
much
said,
fun.
"Oh, you made it," and I'm like, I've missed so much of the conversation that I have no idea where she is.
Jen, who is Storm Coast from the Uncreative Crafter podcast,
She's somewhere with
is playing with I don't know which they're not cervids. She's playing with llamas and alpacas and sheep.
Awesome. So what I'm knitting on, I busted out, and this quite accidentally. Did I show it last week?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It looks like a little preemie hat.
I know. Look. So this is my barn raising square. I don't know what the yarn is. Sorry. And it is on, oh boy, 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2. And this yarn is just so pretty. Look at it.
It is super pretty. That's a single, isn't it?
I think so. I can't remember what it is, though.
So pretty.
It's really soft, too. So that is the Barn Raising Square Blanket by, and I opened my phone for this reason, Shelley Mackey and Larissa Brown. And like I said, 2.75 millimeter, and that's a US 2. I don't think I have a picture of the square in here.
And it's out of a book called Knit-Alongs.
Yes, sorry. Because, you know. The other thing I got some progress on, and there's no way I'm going to get February bonus points, because I had about this much at knit night on Monday, and then I had to rip it back to the marker because I couldn't live with the mistake that was in about this much of it. So this is the Mistake Rib Cowl by Pearl Soho, and I'm making this out of Blad Dye Works in the Malibu colorway, and this is on size, where am I?
Oh, it's on a size 7. You know it's
4.5,
on a size 7.
yes, which is a size 7. Which
We're all knitting on size 7. Hold it up again. Yeah, the color looks a lot better now than it did last week.
Okay.
That's pretty much dead on.
because we have a new light, and we tried to put it facing
between the
us,
two.
and I blinded her.
It's white light as opposed to the yellow light from all the other lamps in the room.
Yeah, so hopefully it's going to help with the colors. Oh my god, that is looking true.
I told you.
Sweet. So, yeah. And these are Lynn's needles because she had them in her purse. And I was using a much longer one. And that is being housed in my Mina Makes bag, which I love.
I want to get one of her dress shirt ones.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, what else am I knitting on? I only have like, what, 2 things?
No.
Right.
Oh.
So I picked this back up again because me and Lace aren't getting along.
What would you do without me?
I don't know.
You'd be so bored.
Yeah, bored.
I keep telling Rob, life will never be boring with me.
And this is the Highland Peak shawl. So of course my marker is right where I need it to be. Or my... Yes, I'm making lots of noise.
Crinkle,
There
crinkle.
it is. Highland Peaks shawl, worsted weight by Mina Phillip.
I'll tell you right now, peaches don't grow in Scotland.
So that's what it looks like. And mine is in brown cream and this green.
She wanted it to look less Laura Secord.
Yeah, because the first green I picked, she's like, that's going to look like your color affection, minty.
Yep.
So I had to rip back the lace. So this is all the garter. And I had to rip back the lace, and I'm on row 5. Getting there. And I'm counting.
It also kind of looks like your Marco Polo, the white and brown.
Yep.
You like brown.
It is Cascade too. Yeah, so these are both Cascade 220?
220 superwash.
No, these aren't superwash.
It says
Is it?
superwash.
Okay, I guess they are. They're superwash.
Reading the show notes.
And this is on a size 6.
And the green is?
The green is Dreamin' Color.
Look at this.
Classy.
You can see the yellow highlights in it.
Yeah, Selma gave it to me.
It's pretty.
So yeah, this is one of the things. The colors are so true right now. I think we need that light more often.
Yep.
Every time. Just not in our face. So yeah, I'm going to get some work done on that this week. And it's in one of my own bags. This is fabric that Lynn helped me pick out at the fabric store. Which I should make to put in my shop because I have a lot of this fabric. I just need more green because I've been using the green in everything else. So, it's nice. See? This is how big it is. And that's all I'm knitting, which is pretty sad, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think I'm in sort of a mid-February slump.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really felt like... I spent 3 days this week where I didn't touch anything. I didn't knit on anything. Because just wasn't up for it.
I know. That's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have a giveaway.
We do.
This is going to be a short show, I can tell. That's all the
Stash.
show notes. Oh, stash.
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 It's all hers.
We're back.
Sue had to take a phone call.
Which will be edited out, so you'll notice a little... It was my son.
There'll be a little blip.
Yeah. He works at Tim Hortons, and he brings me a drink every time he gets off work, and he got off work early, so Mama needs a drink.
Yeah, sure.
Stash. I have some patterns, because of course I have patterns. So,
Yes, what a shock.
I have to make these for my niece.
I know, I
my
thought
two
you were going to like
nieces.
that.
Like, I saw this and I'm like, I don't even feel like finishing the owls I started for them. I need to knit these now. These are the Little Dutch Rabbit Stuffies by Rachel Borello Carroll.
They showed up in our free pattern group the other day.
Are they not adorable?
And we all went... Well, at least I did that.
Yeah, those are going to be getting cast on because I don't
They're
think
so cute.
they don't take a lot of yarn.
No.
20 yards of 2 colors.
Excuse me.
So that's pattern number 1. Pattern number 2 is called Evie, and these are cabled fingerless mitts, and they are by Yarnthology, and I believe she's... No, I'm not going to say it. 'Cause
Boy, I'm batting
I'm
1,000
positive.
right now.
So, these are the mitts. They're obviously made with, like, something fuzzy, but I would make them with, like, I'm thinking these might go well with my hat and cowl.
Well, this one is mountaintop fibers
Yeah.
fingering weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the composition of that is, but it's fuzzy.
Fuzzy. There's that one. And then the last one that I got because I'm joining Woolen Vines.
So pretty.
Yeah, I'm joining Woolen Vines Knit Along in March, which starts March 1st, for the Waiting for Rain shawl. And I bit the bullet and bought the shawl.
It's so pretty.
There's other pictures. Sorry, there's a lot of pages. Here, I like this shot. And I saw it on the Wool Gathering podcast. Meredith was wearing one. And it's like 800 yards or something. Look at that. So basically it's lace, short rows. Short rows with lace inside garter stitch.
That sounds crazy pants to me.
It does, but I just fell in love with it. And then I bought another cross stitch pattern. For those who know me, yes.
Are you surprised?
You should not be surprised.
She posts 3 of them to the Facebook group, and she goes, "Which one should I do?" And I was like, "You mean which one should you do first?" And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, we all know you're going to do all of them. The question is, which one do you cast on first?" And she was like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah. So that, it's going to happen soon. Other things, kind of stash related, I guess. My husband got his loot crate, I think it's called.
Yes.
And it was Daredevil and Walking Dead inspired. My husband cannot wear red. He's a ginger. Red does not look good on him.
Looks like a tomato.
And so, I get the Deadpool shirt.
Thank you so much.
I don't think so.
It doesn't come with Ryan Reynolds in it.
No. Which we went to see the movie on Thursday, or Wednesday. Oh my god. What a movie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ad-libbed most of that. Maybe he took something from the comics. I don't know.
So, what's all the yarn over there for?
I will tell you in a minute. So, this is the yarn that I'm going to use for the Hermione's mitts that I'm doing for the Knit Along in KT inside number 23. Yes. And this one...
No, I'm trying to pet the yarn, not you.
Oh, this is Knitty Color. And this I got from Crystal for my birthday. Superwash Merino. 80/20 Merino Nylon. And this one is from Yarntasia. Jennifer Rice. And this is... It's called Moss Green. And it's 75 Superwash Merino, 25 Nylon. So this is going to be the mitt and this is going to be the lettering. So there'll be tons of this left. The reason I have the other yarn out is because I need advice on which yarns to do the Waiting for Rain cowl. This is what I have.
Hold them up to your face. Brown.
Brown?
Brown.
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 Okay, brown. Brown it is. No. Oh, and the mitts that I'm doing are called, and I will show you, Hermione's Time Traveler mitts. And as you can see, there's an H. And I'm going to put an S. That's going to stay there.
You sure you don't want to take another call?
Nope.
Phone a friend?
Nope. And then I've got stash, but it's going to be for people who want to buy bags from my shop. I made some bags. So remember that fabric I showed you last week that Selma got me? Bag numero 1.
I love the blue.
Inside, blue. So that one has a kind of greeny teal butterfly. That one has a pink butterfly. Then I made another one, and because it has a yellow butterfly on it, I put a yellow label. Delivery.
We take calls, people barge
that one
in,
has,
you know.
That one's got blue on the end. These are, I think these would be sock sized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2. Because I'm trying to put different kind of bags in my shop. And then Selma gave me some fabric a while back, and I made a bag for my daughter out of it, but it had like 3 colors, so I wanted to try and capture all 3. It's kind of a peachy, salmony orange.
Coral.
Coral, and then That's the back. And I put an orange zipper because it was going against the purple. And then I used the fabric that I used on the inside of Selma's bags. So, there's that one. This one is not for sale. This one is for me because I forgot to show this fabric last week because we had to do a retake. But I've got cats.
Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you, Mandy. I got cats, and it's this one that I love the most. The black one.
That's Bella.
Yep. And then
Is there a Neo on there anywhere?
well, there's a
There's
couple
kind
on
of a Neo.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I put some yellow fabric on the inside with a green zipper. I wanted it a little bit taller, but that didn't work out, so I would say that's a sweater bag.
Small sweater bag. Yeah.
Small sweater bag. But that one's mine. Can't have it. Then I finished 3 other bags. We've got this paisley. Oh my god, the colors are amazing. Paisley with, I pulled the yellow from the bag. That's a wee knot bag.
If you want one that matches the one Sue and I have,
That's that.
that's a match.
I did make it for myself, but I've got more fabric. I can make another one. So
Well, plus we already have bags in that fabric.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. Don't you?
No.
Oh.
This was going to be my bag,
Oh, okay.
but I thought it's a popular fabric, and I've got a lot of it, so.
Yes, you do, because I bought 2 yards.
And this may or may not end up in the shop.
Oh, we'll put it in the shop. You can always buy more.
It matches my needle keeper that Mandy Pinecone gave me, and I can't, if she can find me more fabric. Sorry.
Oh, you don't have any more of that?
Nope.
Maybe you should keep it.
I don't know. We'll see if it goes in the shop or not. We'll see. It's pretty. And oh boy, did I have trouble with my machine. It kept jamming on me. I made like a faux leather vinyl bag for Ashley's friend. I had made her one, and I was using the vinyl on the outside and the clear vinyl on the inside for a makeup bag with the needle appropriate for that project. And then when I switched my needles out, I didn't put the multi-use needle back in. I put the jeans needle in by mistake. So I'm like, okay, put the right needle in. It's still jamming. Why is it jamming? Well, I figured out why. When I was loading my bobbins, there's a little lever that you push back. I hadn't pushed it back far enough, so the thread on the bobbins was loose and kept getting caught.
So it's fixed now?
Yes.
Okay.
But I have like 5 bobbins of yarn of thread that are like useless to me.
Because, you do have another machine.
Yes, I know. I have your machine. So that's pretty much it.
You sure?
Yeah, I am sure.
Positive?
I'm positive. You got snow stash?
Nope. Air broke.
Well, I didn't buy any of this stuff, so.
Being unemployed kind of makes for meager stash acquisitions.
Yes, but you got good news about the competition you're in.
Well, one of them, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a giveaway, which is the Ancient Art Yarns, and I guess I should go get the yarn.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, why would I want
It's not like we plan these things.
Sorry.
Or write show notes or anything.
No, I did write show notes, but crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Or, no, we're going to record at exactly the same time every week.
I was napping before you got here, so shush. Ancient Art Yarns in Art Deco. This is all it in all of its glory.
Colors are close.
Pretty close. The blue's a little bit off, but it's darker in the picture. And so we did the random number generator before we recorded, and we got post number
127.
Who's 127, you might ask?
My needle crafts, who is Cheryl from St. Mary's, Ontario.
And she said she liked To Boldly Go or Stargazer.
And I have to admit, yup.
We had 153 entries. I think that's the most we've ever
That's
gotten
a record
for a
so
giveaway.
far.
I think so.
So clearly you guys want this yarn.
Yeah.
Well, Cheryl, you're getting it. Everybody else will have to buy it.
Yep. So Cheryl, please send me Crafty Knitter 7
And because it has to go down here before it leaves.
Your address, and I will get that out to you next week.
You're welcome.
It's been christened. Wow, 30 minutes in and we're almost done.
Yay.
That's insane.
Means it won't take us all day to edit.
No. On the boob tube?
Yes. You should go get the tube. She has a tube of, well, an empty wrapping paper tube over there.
We have the Grocery Girls.
I love you.
With Jody, who's Mrs. Brown's bags. And I spelled that wrong.
Yes, you spelled that wrong.
And Tracy, who is Tracy Knits. And they're both from Edmonton, Alberta. And they're quite lovely to watch. Mrs. Brown's bag was featured on Sticks Plus Twine. Eric had one of her bags, I believe. And then we also have Sockcetra with Shannon, who is Shannon Fisher, and she's from Vancouver, BC. I had more, but I wanted to focus on some Canadians. So, yeah.
I watched an episode of, what was the one with Meredith and...
Wool Gathering?
Yeah, them. I watched them.
Us.
I know. They mentioned me.
They mentioned Sue and Lynne. They tagged you.
Yeah. Only I got tagged.
Doesn't matter. I got mentioned in the podcast.
I'm more important. It's because I wrote the show notes last week.
Where's the tube?
Way over there. You'd have to go get it. If you're willing to get off your butt to go get it, sure. Aw, he even included 2 straws so we could share. That's how much she intends on sharing her coffee with me.
No. Caffeine does not get shared.
No.
What is it, that thing Sean shared on Facebook? Sue, before her coffee and after her coffee, and it was a face with just a straight line. It didn't change. Both faces.
And the only thing that changed was that one had coffee.
That's me.
It's true.
Yeah. So, save your pennies.
I don't have any pennies. It's depressing.
Katie from Nekazuki Knits on Etsy gave us a coupon code for 10% off. 2 Tangled 10, so all spelled out. And that's good until the 29th of February, which is Monday.
Monday. Hurry up. Because she's got some nice stuff.
Yeah.
My Band-Aid's coming
She's Canadian.
Yes, she's also from Calgary, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
Morgan of One Hook Double Stitch on Etsy has a new coupon code for 10% off until March 31st. It's Winter 2016.
And then Team Ermin, Winter Camp Group, has a coupon code for 15% off my shop, which is the Tangled Skeins CA. It's good until the end of camp, March 31st, and it's Ermin15.
Go Ermins! Darlene of Bags by Awesome Granny on Etsy has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off. There's no expiry date. It is number 2 TS10, and we will be having a giveaway from her sometime next month.
Yeah, for Easter or something, right? Lisa of 6 Munchkin Stitching on Etsy gave us 10% off, and the code is 2 Tangled, all spelled out, and 10, and there is no expiry date on that either.
I made you say the hard one.
No, I counted them and I started because I knew you would end up with the hard one. Sorry, Lisa, she can't pronounce your shop name.
I just have trouble with all the sounds.
So you'd have trouble with this?
Shut up.
Sockcetra.
Shut up.
Sockcetra. No poking the crazy.
Oh! I didn't actually touch her.
No, she didn't. So 34 minutes. Look at
it's
that.
It's like my kids going, ow, when I haven't touched them.
It's a new record. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, camp.
Let's talk about camp. We haven't talked about camp. I don't do mini-sodes like all the other people.
We're lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy cabin leaders.
So it's going well.
We will have an idea of our standings tomorrow when Sarah records her podcast.
Yeah, so I have to go in and count my points.
Yep.
I have not been chatty in our chatter thread, I should say. I just haven't. There are a lot of people in there that are chatty. I do read everything. I just don't comment on everything.
She's just antisocial.
No, I'm not.
You are.
See what I have to put up with?
Yep.
Friends for life.
You love me.
Can't get rid of her. She knows too much.
You love me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Anything you want to say about camp?
Go Ermins! I've been chatting in my group.
Right.
I think a lot of us, not just my cabin, have hit the sort of mid-February, okay, winter can be over now slump.
Yep.
And I know a lot
Even though
of
winter's
us...
only been here for a month,
Yeah,
technically.
I know a lot of us have really not felt like knitting lately. I have one camper who hasn't even participated, like hasn't said anything, hasn't posted anywhere in the camp.
Maybe she'll pull a Mina and just poof at the end.
Yeah.
Because we know Andrea's winning.
Mina posted all her projects last week. 906 points in one go.
Yeah, we're hashtag screwed.
We all knew that Andrea's cabin was going to win because she had Mina.
So she should start picking out her yarn or stuff now that we're all going to buy her.
Yeah.
What else did I want to say?
I have hope.
I'm going
Maybe
to...
Mina will get a repetitive strain injury or something.
I'm going to a knitting retreat March 11th to 13th. My first knitting retreat as opposed to a festival.
So am I recording by myself? Then we're lisping.
We will discuss that off camera. So that weekend I'm going to be closing my shop because those who sell fiber related items that go along with knitting and whatever can bring their stuff, and there's like mini market nights. So I'll close my shop that weekend.
You better start sewing.
I've got like all these done. I've got a pile up there to do. I'll be sewing all day today, all day tomorrow, and my shop update is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So she wants me to get out of here as quickly as possible so she can pull the sewing machine out.
I didn't say that. Look at this. We're saving an hour. We're saving an hour. Now we're at 37 minutes. Stop talking.
Oh, okay, yeah, because we did stop for it. Well, no, we're probably at about 32 minutes because we stopped and we didn't stop the timer. Because you had to take a phone call so you could get your delivery.
Yes.
It's not delivery.
It's Delicio.
In the States, it's DiGiorno.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called something different there. It's the same damn pizza, but it's the same company. But in the States, it's called DiGiorno, and here it's called Delicio. I don't know why. Because I've seen the ad in the States, and it's the same ad.
That would just be weird.
Same actors and everything. They just say DiGiorno.
So, Selma will be on next week.
Selma!
Yeah, that's like a record for her every 2 weeks.
Yeah. She's had house guests.
Yeah, they leave Wednesday.
Okay.
She may or may not be excited.
When you have house guests for an extended period of time, sometimes you just need to get out of the house. Because it's hard to live with other people. I mean...
And it's family, so it's even harder.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, they're there for what, 3 weeks to a month?
It was like a month.
Yeah.
And then she has other relatives who come in August for like a month.
Yeah.
So
it's hard.
It is.
And they are perfectly happy to go off and entertain themselves, so why shouldn't she get a little bit of time to herself?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Oh, that pretty yarn.
I know.
Pretty yarn.
He's pretty.
Yep. I still think you should go with the brown.
Okay, I'll go with the brown. What did I do with the brown?
It's there somewhere, buried. It's there, I didn't touch it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I told you it was there.
Because the brown, because we're just chatting for the sake of chatting now, and everything's falling.
Yarn avalanche.
I need... How many yards? 780 yards.
Good lord. This is 383 each.
So I'll be
it's
okay.
Really dense. Like, this is very tightly twisted.
And it's 150 grams. I thought the 150 gram skeins weighed more. Or, sorry, had more yardage. Shush. Shush.
If I hit you with this hard, it would hurt.
I will have
this
enough.
Is really dense.
And I've got stuff everywhere now.
Because, yes, this is a 150 gram skein.
But it's like...
in the space that it would take less than 100 grams. So
it's probably a light finger.
Because, I mean, it's really, really tightly twisted.
I just wonder, though, is it going to be...
It'd be fine.
Okay. It'd be fine. It's like, yeah, I don't know how they wind their stuff, but it's kind of cool. So we're blabbering now. We'll let you go.
Bye.
Bye.